Well, hey everybody, this is Chris DeFurio with Keys to the Shop. Welcome to another edition of Shift Break. Today's episode is brought to you by the Ground Control Cyclops Brewer from Voga Coffee. The Ground Control Brewer employs SCA award-winning technology to give you ultimate control over your coffee. When I say ultimate control, I mean unlocking flavor potential you might not have ever experienced before. I've tasted what this machine can do, and it's simply remarkable. Not only does this elevate and change the game for batch brew coffee, but it's also a versatile piece of equipment that allows you to brew hot chocolate, tea, batched iced lattes, batched cold brew. People use it to create their coffees for nitro cold brew. There's a lot of different things you can do with this machine. On top of offering this elevated coffee experience, if having equipment in your shop that helps elevate your quality while at the same time expands your efficiency and versatility sounds good to you, then I highly recommend you look into getting a Ground Control Cyclops brewer in your store. To look into this and find out more information, go visit their website, vogacoffee.com. That's VOGA coffee.com. Today's episode is also brought to you by Espressly, combining the experience that your customers love with the convenience of a branded mobile app. A beautiful, functional, branded mobile app is something that so many people are after right now. This is what Espressly is all about, working with independent coffee shop owners like yourself to bring together the unique elements of your brand with what customers are really looking for now. And we know this after the pandemic and everything else, that mobile ordering is part of what people expect from a coffee experience. And so with Espressly, it's a no-risk model. There's no setup or development fees. It works with some of the best payment processing systems around. You get a drive-through payment scanner, receipt and label printing capabilities. It stores the value in the app, and plus you get to keep all of the data. So this is a win-win. I think if you're going to look into mobile ordering, you need to look into Espressly. To find out more information and sign up, go visit their website, espressly.co. That's espressly.co. Okay, everyone. Well, today I wanted to talk to you about the myth of the all-star team. One of the things that we focus on in coffee, rightly so, is staffing. We want our baristas to be top-notch. We want them to be all-stars. We want them to, have the hospitality, the skills, the capacity for whatever is thrown at them day to day. And while I think that pursuit is fine, one of the things that we do when we hire is we look through a pretty narrow lens to determine what type of a person can do those things. So in the hiring process, we will look for people that display particular traits that we will then predict will lead to these capabilities behind the bar. And I'm here to tell you that that doesn't always work out. It's not always possible, especially when you're first starting out, to predict exactly how people are going to behave, not only under the pressure of the coffee bar, but also in a team of people. Over time, what will happen is you'll develop a culture in the coffee bar, and that culture will start to be a magnet that draws people that will work better with that culture. You can't just synthetically manufacture a culture based on your hiring, no matter how cleverly worded your Indeed advertisement was for employment or how slick you think you are in the hiring process. You're always going to be at the mercy of some unknowns, and the biggest of which is just the fact that when you combine people together under pressure, you just don't know what's going to happen. So again, over time, as people see how it is to work there and the customers see how it is to be served by the people who work there, word gets out about what this place is all about. And then those people get attracted to work there, right? But here's the thing. A team is not made up of people that all share the same level of capability or approach. There is a certain variation that you have to have within your team in order for it to function properly. So I like to think about it like this. There are benefit concerts that happen that bring together all-star bands. So you've got lead singers, lead guitarists from high-ranking bands coming together, and you see them all on stage, and it's like this collection of the best of the best. And when you hear what they produce, it's disappointing. Almost every single time it's disappointing. Why? because they are the stars and they're used to having people back them up. So when they get together with other stars, it's just this massive collection of egos that don't know how to give and take and play off of each other's strengths because they are the strong ones, right? So it just becomes this cacophony of just, okay, this was supposed to be cool. I guess the picture is better than the music, but that's not what we want for our coffee bars. Oftentimes we want to get like that barista who was a champion, like a master manager in a place. And then we want to have more of those type of people because we think more of that type of person is going to be amazing for our coffee bar. We don't want an all-star team. In fact, we don't want any stars. That's not what we're here to do. You want people who have the capability to play off other people's strengths and to be self-aware enough to realize that they are not the star of this place. It's some of the worst experiences you'll have in coffee come from places where there's just like one person who's like the coffee person and everybody is sort of like, oh, that's Derek. And he's the coffee person, and he went to a competition once, and whatever he says goes. And he's like the unofficial leader of the bar, right? And what you don't have there in that situation is a healthy balance of people contributing to the whole. So I think we need to move away from the idea of having an all-star team or getting too excited about people's resumes and people's experience. And we like to dream that it's just going to like translate to dollars and fame for our coffee bar because this person is, known. I mean, I was once hired because somebody knew that I was a latte art champion and I had, a lot of experience in that. They thought that I was going to bring people to their coffee bar because of my competition. I mean, it was delusional. And I didn't even know about it when they hired me. I only found out when I left that job that this person had really kind of secretly hoped that I would draw a bunch of people because I had coffee championships where nobody cares. No one outside of the 4 people that you know in coffee care that you are a barista champion and that you've moved to wherever it is, USA or country or whatever. It's more about what you bring to the team and to the table that determines how people respond to what you do behind the bar. So how we approach hiring has to be from the perspective of what this person brings to the team. If you're always looking for the all-star, you're going to overlook some real gems, people that might seem a little bit more shy than you would like, people that seem a little bit less experienced than you would like. Looking for how they contribute to the whole is a better way of determining who to bring on to work for your coffee bar, because then you have a team that's built on variety, not low standards, mind you, but variety of ways of accomplishing those standards. And those people are going to serve a diverse customer base, so it matches who they're serving. And that's the kind of team that I want to be served by. And it's the kind of team that I would want to work on also. So I hope that this episode has helped you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me, and I will see you here next week on another edition of Shift Break, from keys to the shop.